What we're going to look at now is a counting problem that involves using the inclusion-exclusion principle. However, using the inclusion-exclusion principle in its equation form, as we see here, can be a little tricky. Because if you remember from solving equations, in order to solve for an unknown, you must know every other piece of the equation. So in this case, we would need 3 of the 4 unknowns. Oftentimes, in counting problems, it can be difficult to identify which of the 3 pieces you have, or to even identify which of the pieces you're solving for. So what I prefer to do is to create a Venn diagram. Now, our universe, in this particular case, we're dealing with 100 students who were asked whether they were taking psychology, which is P, or biology, B. And then we have the following responses, that 61 were taking psych, 18 taking both, and 12 taking neither. So our universe is all 100 students. We have 2 sets defined within this universe, the set of students taking psych and the set of students taking bio. Now, unlike the previous problem where we were placing the digits 1 through 20, in this case, we don't know the specific elements and where they should go. So in the previous example, we were looking at multiples of 2, multiples of 3, and the digits 1 through 20. We could place the specific digits in their exact region where they would live. In this case, though, we're not told who the 100 students are and what their course load is. So we don't have things like the students' names and which courses they're taking. We don't know if Joe is taking psych and bio only, or that Tommy is taking psych only, or that Allie is taking neither course. All we know is a number of students that fall into each of these categories. That's okay though, because instead of placing the specific elements, we're just going to place the number of elements that belong in each region. We have to be careful though. The 61 who are taking psych is a little ambiguous, because while you might be tempted to place 61 students here, you have to remember that psychology is this entire circle. So the whole thing needs to total 61. This 61 who are taking psych, it does not say taking psych only. So if we were to place 61 here though, that's exactly what we're saying. We're saying 61 students are taking psychology only, which is not what the statement says. So due to the ambiguity, we cannot begin there. If we look at the next statement, 18 were taking both. There is no confusion there. If you are taking both classes, then you live right in the middle. 12 were taking neither. Well, there's no ambiguity there either. Those 12 live in the universe but outside the circles. What we need to figure out is how many are taking psych only and bio only. If we go back to the 61 who are taking psych only, remember that the whole circle, P, all of this, okay, including here, is psych. So that needs to total 61. At this point, we have 18 accounted for. So if we want to know how many are taking psych only, take the total of 61 who are taking psych, remove the 18 who are accounted for, and that will leave us with the 43 who are taking psych only. Now we also need to know how many were taking bio only to complete the Venn diagram. At this point, we have 43 students who are taking psych only, 18 who are taking both, and 12 who are taking neither. That accounts for 73 students. But remember, our entire universe was made up of 100 students. So that means that of the 100 students, we have 73 accounted for. The 27 who are unaccounted for would be the ones who are taking bio only. At this point now, we can go ahead and begin to answer the questions. Okay? Once you have the Venn diagram set up, you can answer any possible counting problem that can be thrown at you as long as you know where to look. So the first question is, how many were taking biology? Again, remember biology, this question does not say bio only. So biology is this entire circle here. So we're looking at the 27 taking bio only and the 18 taking both. So we actually have 45 students taking biology. How many were taking psychology but not biology? Well, those are the people who satisfy taking psych but not bio. How many were not taking bio? Okay, well, we can go to the Venn diagram and we can just find everyone who is not taking bio. So let's see, these 12 are not taking bio, so we'll count them. We can include these 43 who are not taking bio. If we look at the 18, they are taking bio, as well as the 27. So we have 55 students who are taking bio. So one way to find that is to just add up what we want. Recall that not is the key word for the complement. So another way that we could have found the number of students not taking bio, if our total is 100, what if we just remove the students taking bio? Up in part A, we already calculated the number of students taking bio. So if we remove them from the 100 total, we're left with the 55 who are not taking bio. All right, on to part D. Now when you look at this, this might look like a very big mess, but it's a lot like numbers and the order of operations. With the order of operations, remember the first thing you do is go inside the parentheses. These brackets, these outside brackets here, act like large parentheses. So we go inside them, and once inside them, we see another set of parentheses. So we'll go inside them. So the first thing we're looking at is this symbol here, which is the intersection. So it's saying B intersect P, so the intersection of bio and psych. But then we have this symbol here, which negates it. So we're looking for the number in the complement, the number in not B intersect P. Well, let's take a look. For me, when I find the complement, I find the easiest thing to do is first identify what this is. So I'm going to first identify that identify the intersection. The intersection is this. Now I want the number not in that. So not in that is everything else. That's the 12, the 43, and the 27. So the number in not the intersection is the 12, the 43, and the 27. You can certainly just go ahead and add up the number of elements that you want. Keep in mind, though, that we can also take away what we don't want. So remember, another way to do this would have been start with your 100, which is your universe, and take away what you don't want. The only thing we don't want is the intersection, and the intersection contains 18 elements. So the number in not the intersection is 82.